and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. We've got an extended episode this week, so I'll keep things short. If you're enjoying our show, why not tell somebody else about it? The more, the merrier. As always, you can find us on social media. I won't go through all of the details, and as always, we would be ever so grateful for any ratings or reviews you could leave for us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever. That's enough from me. Let us push on with episode 127 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast, One Last Ziggurat. I am actually about 85% red cabbage at this point.
Yes, there's a lot of red cabbage been eaten in the last few days.
And there's so much more. Would you like some?
I'm mostly ham and wine.
No, we have
Oh, you just
Ham, wine, and potato.
Oh. Well, I went into Tesco's yesterday to get a pint of milk, and they were doing turkeys for half price, so I'm mostly turkey.
Everybody thought there was going to be a turkey shortage. Turns out there wasn't.
There's not a turkey shortage with me. It was just me and my dad. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it.
I made turkey soup, and that's what I have to do for you. Turkey soup.
Soup isn't food.
No, that's kind of
soup is a drink.
Turkey soup, lovely.
Turkey soup. You need the bones and everything. I've only got a turkey crown.
No, boil. Oh, yeah.
That I'm currently wearing.
You're just dull.
Well, it's only me and my dad, Paul. What's I going to do? Buy like a
after
5 kilo freaking buzzard?
I bought a turkey.
Yeah, but that's you. You're like, I'll make a turkey soup and then I'll meet you. You're like Nigel, whatever he's called. That fucking annoying bastard.
Nigel Slater.
Sorry.
Nigel Slater.
I like to do.
He's not an annoying bastard.
My garden is magical at this time of year.
He's a very good man, actually.
Is he? Well, he's annoying on television.
No, it's very gentle.
Not too much.
It's very nice to watch.
What I like to do, oh God, of course, it's obviously not Christmas. Happy. Hope everybody's going to have a lovely
end of January.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's Christmas,
have a
Mike.
romantic. Go to a restaurant with balloons tied to the backs of the chairs.
It's Christmas.
God.
It's not Christmas. It's been and gone. It's in the rearview mirror.
It's the 27th of December.
It's not. It's the end of January sometime. Maybe the start of February.
I think it's about the 8th or 9th of February.
It's the 27th of December. Stop deluding yourself.
How's 2023 been for everybody compared to 2022?
Well, the first few weeks of it,
yeah,
they've been all right. Yeah, you know. This is a hostage to fortune, that sentence.
Yeah,
maybe you could have recorded 2 answers to that question.
Yeah.
Massive disaster.
Our poor readership sitting in the smoking ruins of civilization. We got no Johnny.
Hey.
Johnny has gone feral in the Welsh Hills.
He's in Welsh Wales.
He's taken his gout with him.
He's on a limping holiday. Sorry, everyone. I know he's your favourite. Whereas my favourite is, of course, the golden furry Dan.
Yeah.
And
Leonine, I think.
And I'm here with Graham. And I'm here with...
I've just realised that I've received $1.5 million.
Have you?
Yeah,
have you?
The Cho GM Foundation.
Lovely.
I just need to click this thing.
Oh, yeah.
To click, yeah.
Oh, if it's that awesome. They make it so easy now.
I know.
Don't they? That's the thing.
There seems to be me and about 50 other people called Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they obviously must have a lot of money if they can afford to pay us all $1.5 million.
It's International Daniel Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I knew there was something. It is International Daniel Day.
Excellent. I'm so... drinks are on me, obviously.
Do you want to do a recap?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think a
I can't remember what happened.
Recap
I'll do it.
Quite useful.
Parker's in the shit.
Paul's going to do it. Paul's going to do
Where's
it.
your recap?
Paul's going to do it because he wasn't here. Well, it wasn't here.
I've no idea.
Well, I know what happened.
Yeah.
Johnny's not going to do it.
We'd
Paul
hope
doesn't
so.
know. Dan
Come
can't
on, let's
remember.
get it over and done with.
I can
Take your
remember.
attack roll at advantage, and let's see if Parker
has been grabbed by this tentacle for something like 105 points of damage. Something like
109, I think it was. But that was literally before Christmas. So
Lol.
I've got no clue.
And
I love the way you
That was only a
react
few
to that.
days ago.
he is grappled and restrained.
I think the
as a result
tone
of
here,
being hit
Mike,
by
should
that
be
tentacle.
more kind of contrite.
Solemn.
Look, I'm really worried about... I'm really sorry, rather than
yes,
just gleeful
that's
joy
true.
at the amount of pain that Lucas is about to suffer.
Well,
The loss of his 13th level character.
Yes, keep talking. Yeah, what else is going to happen? Dan?
Well, he's going to leave the podcast crying, a broken man.
Yeah.
like our readers. That's a weekly experience for our readers. Weeping people, pulled up in car parks, broken individuals. It's not so bad, but we did interrupt the octo-plant horror, is what we're calling it.
Octo-plant horror.
It is going to try and bite your head off. You are grappled and restrained. Really, all that's relevant is that its bite attack is going to be at advantage.
Advantage.
And, well, it's potentially quite nasty. Let's see if it hits you. Should we just kick off?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah, dude.
Let's
kill him.
do it.
Go on.
First dice roll is a 17.
Ooh.
That hits armor class 25.
Oh dear. That's a hit.
But let's just see, because you never know.
Wah.
No. So, it is just a standard hit. Well, it's not that bad then. It's really not that bad.
It's enough to kill him.
I mean, it's not great.
It's dead bad. I mean,
Well, you're going to be on...
unless you
Yeah, but
only
you're
do-
not... No.
You're
But
only going to be on
my
zero.
worry was
Yeah.
that...
It's not dead from
Damage.
massive damage.
My worry was that I would critical you. I don't know what your maximum hit points were.
Used to be.
But used
So
to
you're
be
saying
when you used to
critical
have
with
hit
a
points.
bite is
If
over
with
maximum
rolling at
damage
advantage,
level.
there was always a chance that we were going to be looking at something absolutely
Oh, I
horrible.
see.
As it
3
is,
times
it's not
or
so
something.
bad. It is, in fact. Here we go. Chompy, chompy, chompy.
Chompy, chompy, chomp.
Chomp, chomp, chompy. That's the technical language they use. 34. I mean, nothing. Points of damage, but you therefore are on 0, and you are making death saves.
Death saving
You are...
throws. Here
The
we come.
Boromir rule means that you can crawl and you can take simple actions. You can't attack. You can't make skill checks. And all of that rubbish. That is the end of the round of the octo-plant horror, and we move on 18 to Sessions Epa.
Right, so is he still grappled and restrained?
He's still grappled and restrained. He may or may not get an opportunity to free himself,
But I can't because I'm on death saving throws.
but you can't because you're on death saving throws.
Yeah,
You're not
take
unconscious, but you're not able to... Right, precisely. You're hanging limply at the mercy of its giant maw. More.
Okay, so I will fly on the sweepstake up the corridor, up towards the ceiling until that point at which I can see Parker, which I guess
Right,
is about halfway
yes.
up the corridor, yeah?
His giant green form.
His giant green form, and then I will cast Heal on him.
Oh, at range.
It's got 60-foot range, so I could do it from where I am
nice.
now, and he's now on 70 hit points.
Ooh.
Bloody, thank you.
Hell.
Nice.
Does it remove conditions?
Well, let's see.
It'll remove, it
does.
won't remove poison or disease. or
Blindness,
whatever, but it's not gonna-
deafened, any disease effects, yeah, all of those go.
No. Okay, fine. Wow.
And then I fly back to where I was.
7-0.
7-0.
7-0.
Wow.
Obviously, on the way back, I take a bow and I retreat.
Okay, fair enough. Doesn't like to talk about it. On 15, it is Parker. You could use your action
Yes.
to make a dexterity, acrobatics, or strength athletics check against a DC that I have here sealed in a special golden envelope. And if you make the DC, you're free.
I will try and extricate myself and get the hell out of Dodge to begin with.
Which one are you going to pick?
Acrobatics.
And your total number is it going to be...
10.
Ooh, it's not enough. It's not the number I had in the envelope. I'm very sorry.
Rolled onto the 17 and then tiptoe.
That's it for you then, Parker. On 14.
You might want to use your Ort dice.
Oh,
Yes, now that's actually a good point.
Otherwise, it's just going to attack
Yes,
you.
I think it is Ort dice time.
Pay attention, Bond.
Oh, and it's a
okay. Well, fine.
And you said...
I'm afraid that does not match the number I have in the envelope. You're free,
That's right,
Parker.
so I get to
free
move.
to do what you want.
How far was it up the side of the wall again?
It's about 40 feet up to the edge.
So I will run back down the corridor, past Sandy.
Is that you done?
I think that's me done, yeah.
It is a pilotless Uncle Buggy on 14. Shall I roll a d4? Find out who's running Uncle Buggy? I will roll a d4. Running around the table. 4. Paul.
Oh no, really?
Really? You have Uncle Buggy at your beck and call.
Ah, my own personal shield.
It's not a very big shield.
If I hold him up.
I think you should just. Do
I think of
you
him more as
remember
a
the?
pencil gonk.
Do you remember the room with the mind flare where
Yes.
Buggy leapt off the edge?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
heroic.
that's obviously
That
what
kind of
Buggy does.
Charge down the corridor, raging, and leap onto the creature.
There is precedent, right? So he can't complain.
Yeah.
He's done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think he
might
would run
actually
down
have
the
been
corridor, leap into the open air, onto the top of this thing, and start pummeling it.
Does-
Yeah. Go on, let's have a hero
This is
moment.
so
you-
awful.
Do we?
Get some rolls out
Do
of
we
the way
need to
so we
fight
can
this?
roll a critical hit on it.
Didn't we find the thing that was hidden?
Depends
The
if we
crystal.
need to kill this thing or not.
Well, that's what I was asking.
I was about
we
to
need-
fly up the tube to see what was upstairs.
My pre-Christmas memory. It was so long ago, Christmas. My
Christmas
memory
was 2
is-
days ago.
It is so long ago that I can't remember, but I think that Sandy flew down, yes,
Yeah, I think she
and
did.
scooped the crystal out of the silt at the bottom of the pit, and then flew back. So Sandy has the crystal.
Okay. So we don't actually need to... I cannot, as much as I would love to, I cannot put Buckraft in danger. It's just... He doesn't do ranged stuff, does he? I don't know his character sheet. I don't know anything about him.
I have
He
his character
leaps
sheet.
at things. He rages and leaps at things off
Or-
ledges. That's what.
Or he uses his other ability as the
Cleric.
junior cleric,
He is. He
To
can
go
heal
around.
people.
healing people.
The altar boy.
Yes. Oh, yes. Parker, how many hit points do you...
Somebody commented about the altar boy remark on social media.
Yeah.
What did they say?
Do they like it or
They said
not?
basically, that's really, really funny. I was an altar boy.
Altar boy.
One of our American readers.
Parker,
how many hit
Parker
points
has
do you need?
70 hit points
Out of...
out of 87.
Oh, you need a heal.
No relentless
Anybody
endurance.
need healing?
No.
I didn't realise you only had 87 hit points.
No, okay. Buggy's going to go and heal Parker.
Do we?
Buggy's going to go and prostrate himself in front of Parker. Say,
Right.
can I heal you, sir?
No, do damage on it. I
I'm
don't
here.
need any more heals.
I don't... I'm not going to put Buckraft in danger's way. Johnny would never forgive me.
I think our chances of ever seeing Johnny again are about 1 in 6, Paul. I've seen the footage from local news, and it's not good. Loads of people kind of hunting through the forest.
Helicopters.
It's like when they think there's a
It's like
big cat
Rambo.
on the loose on Dartmoor or whatever.
Attack it.
I'm not
Attack
going...
it.
No, I'm not putting him in harm's way.
Yeah, but that's
End
just...
of.
and
Unless
that
I can do a ranged
makes
thing.
the evening...
And I don't know what I can do
Excellent
with it.
radio, isn't it?
Do something.
Attack
I
it.
said I'm going to go and heal Parker. Unless somebody
No,
else wants
that's-
to.
Yeah, but he doesn't want you to.
Attack.
Doesn't,
Can he
Attack
do... I don't know what's called. Can he do fairy fire?
No,
fairy fire.
Fairy fire? Is it...
You're obsessed with fairy
he
fire.
can do like
Yeah,
a
I can
spiritual weapon, and he can do...
I'll do a
what's
golden
that?
bolt then.
Okay, so
On
you
it.
can do guiding bolt at first level, and you can do it at third level.
Let's do it at third level.
It's got 120 foot range,
Yep.
so you just need to get.
But he needs a live effect.
He just moves.
He moves to the edge.
He
Right?
just moves more.
Yeah.
yeah, and then he
Moves
has to,
miles.
he moves, and then he needs to roll. It's +6 to hit.
All right.
There's no, we're not going to get into the problem.
I'm close to 22.
Hit on the octo-plant horror.
Right, so it does 66 radiant damage.
19 points of radiant
19
damage.
points of
so-
radiant damage. Okay, thank you
Radiant.
very
And
much.
then the next attack against it is an
Is that-
advantage.
Avantage.
And then he moves back.
Oh, Aslan, it's your round.
Aslan.
It's purple on 12.
I'm glad
Oh,
you think
wise
of me as some
lion.
kind of god. It's not too far
Yes.
from the truth, I think. Did I say that out loud? I'm going to do a synaptic static on it. Intelligence save DC 15, please.
You're flying right up at the ceiling, right?
I'm 30 foot up. I'm going to fly,
Intelligence
I'm gonna-
save.
do my spell.
Intelligence save is not going to be good.
It's a plant. I'm expecting it to not be too intelligent.
It's not very intelligent. It's an octo-plant. Okay, what was the DC?
15.
it's not made that save.
Good.
I think we can all agree.
It's not very intelligent. Right, so it takes
No.
8d6
Ooh.
quite a
Is it
damage.
vulnerable to psychic damage? Answer no.
24 points of psychic damage. And it is now
Oh, minus a d6?
minus
or is it?
d6, yeah. Muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So it gets a save every round at the end of its turn.
Got it. On 25.
And then I'm flying up.
It's Sandra.
Sand.
Baby, it's time for your turn.
How long
Oh,
is
he's
the
sulking,
tube
isn't he?
above us?
Fucking hell. Well, in the real world,
Yeah.
on the prime material plane, it's a 60-foot shaft.
Yeah, and here?
You don't know.
Well, I'm 30 foot up, I think.
Yeah, there's another 30 feet to get to the opening of the aperture.
I'm flying up to the entrance of it.
Yeah, looking with your
Yeah.
dark vision, it seems to be further than 60 feet. it seems to continue past the extent of your dark vision as you float at the base of
I'm
the shaft.
flying 20 foot up the shaft.
There's definitely another 20 foot, so it's certainly 80 foot
Right.
deep,
Right.
tall. I don't know how we're going to call it. It's much more rough and windy, with bits of tree roots sticking out of packed earth and ribs of wood that seem to be supporting it. The shaft on the prime material plane looked like it was the result of some sort of cataclysmic event. This looks like it's a sort of burrowed affair.
Yes, okay.
Are you quite done
It
yet?
extends off into darkness. You can hear wails and screeches.
Can I cast that spell through my metamagic rod? He says, realising that he's got a metamagic rod.
You could have done. I don't know
Still
that we're going to
round.
be
Still my
rewinding.
round.
If you'd been any good.
Yeah, if I'd been any...
But you rolled the dice.
Yeah, I rolled the dice.
And you'd rolled that dice. Once that dice.
Yeah.
Can't, because you could go back and... Anyway.
If I could go back, if I could
That's so
find a
annoying.
If
way,
I knew the words.
I would just... It's shared, why would I know?
That's such an error.
If I could go back time,
back.
if I knew the words, I would. I don't know. Oh, sorry, my brain's fuzzled. It's,
Yeah,
it's too near to Christmas.
Christmas
it is, it's
2023 is getting close.
Everyone bought their presents?
Let's push on. Let's draw a discreet veil over Burple's failure of a round.
24 points.
Yes, I know. What's Sandy doing? Come on, Paul.
Come on,
Paul.
You see, Paul?
roll to miss. Hitting arm class 18.
You're at advantage.
You're rolling at advantage.
Ooh. I'll roll again then. Arm class 13.
You did roll to miss. Your arrow skitters off into the black goo.
And then she will
Don't tell
move.
me. Run back.
run back.
Yeah.
Run
yeah,
away.
Yeah. Right, it's the plant monster. This thing starts heaving its not insubstantial bulk towards you. Parker, you can hear a... And it's obviously slithered across the base of the thing, and it seems to be ascending the side of the pit. It reaches out. I'm just going to check the tendril reach.
It's amazing how it's evolved to live
30,
both in water
40.
and on land, isn't it?
But really stretching the use of the word evolved there, Paul. I think actually it can't reach Parker with any of its tendrils. So that's the end of it, and its sessions on 18. Sessions, you hear it ascending.
I'm thinking maybe it's time to leave.
Oh, now that we have the crystal.
Well, we have the crystal.
You're not certain that there is enough headroom or clearance in that corridor to emerge from it without passing through something that the tendrils could grab. You're doing a quick bit of ready reckoning as you peer down the corridor.
Well, I was thinking if the guys jump into the bag of holding, we could dimension door somewhere safe.
Back to the vortex, presumably.
Vortex room. Can you dimension door across dimensions? Did we ever decide this?
I think it's one of those things that we rather didn't want to get into. What I'm going to do, Graham, is I'm going to refer to the rules.
Good idea.
Cannot be a place you can see. Can be a place you see one you can visualize, describe, you can bring along objects steadily die. You can also bring one willing creature your size smaller as carrying D if you with that. Right, there's nothing that says that you can't. But on the other hand, surely not.
Yeah.
Simply because what is the point of any of the planar spells?
If you can. I would tend to agree.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let the guys know that if they jump into the bag of holding, I will dimension door buggy back to the vortex. Then I'm going to cast the spell as a readied action, and at the end of everyone's go, I'm going to dimension door to the vortex room with buggy. So Parker and Sandra should have a round to get into the bag of holding if they wish.
How many people can you take with you?
One willing person plus the bag of holding.
The bag of holding is 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot.
So
Try and
it's
visualize
small
that, if you
creature.
will. It's the size of a tea chest or a packing crate. If you want to get Parker in there, Parker is big. Buggy is tiny.
Well, Buggy
But
and
I think you
Parker
might-
in there.
Yeah, but I could
Possibly.
be the willing person.
Buggy and Alessandra in there, and I
And
will do
Burple just needs to fly back
Parker.
around.
Anyhow, I can only do one, and we have the bag of holding, and I don't think we should get trapped here. So that's what I'm going to do.
Cool. There we go. So you shout out the instructions.
I will take one willing person plus the bag of holding, and I'm going to do it at the end of the round.
Holding the charge. Parker.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure I'm going to move into the corner.
Right, so how far up the wall is this thing now? If I was to go to the edge, would my reach...
Right. Are you going to run to the edge?
I mean, I suppose the other thing you could do is come into the room and shut the door.
Without running up there and looking over the edge, the best that you could do would be to guesstimate how far up it has climbed.
Okay, I'm just going to step up and hack at the tendrils then. First attack.
Tendril away.
Hitting armor class 25.
Is a hit on the tendril.
That's 21 points of damage.
You destroy that tendril.
Right.
It recoils.
Yeah. Is there another tendril?
Yeah. We can assume that there's another tendril for you to attack. Yeah.
Okay, so second attack, 21.
Yeah, absolutely.
18 points of damage.
It looks damaged, but still active.
An 11, that's going to be a miss.
It's a miss.
And fourth attack.
Hello,
miss.
miss.
It also needs to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
It makes that save.
Then
it's personal with Parker now, isn't it? That's what's going on here. Yeah.
And go and stand next to Sessions. Right. Go and hold Sessions' hand or whatever.
Uncle Buggy on 14, being controlled in this instance by Graham. Very useful for Graham.
Very useful for me. Phew. So we can coordinate a bit more. Buggy obviously realises he's small and can get back in the bag of holding, which is where he came into this dimension. Last time he dimensioned, or I think he was in the bag of holding.
Got it. Buggy jumps into the bag of holding. Next, it's
I wonder
on 12.
If when Buggy jumps into the bag of holding, what happens with his part water?
He's still concentrating on it, isn't he?
Don't know, but he's in an extra dimensional space, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to this question. Does anybody know the answer to this question? If you're banished to the ethereal plane, there's a concentration
That's
spell.
a plane change. That's different.
Okay, but I was using it as a way into the argument.
Mm-hmm.
If you're banished to another plane, does that mean that you lose a spell? Is there anywhere that says that happens? Let's have a look. Player's Handbook. Some spells require you to maintain concentration. If you lose concentration, blah. Spell must be turned to concentration. But normal activities. The DM might also decide that certain environmental phenomena, such as a wave crashing over you while you're on a storm-tossed ship, require you to succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw to win. But I don't think that's relevant in this instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see why, therefore, it would end. There's nothing here that says it would. It stays. In you jump.
So presumably what
he's
going to
scrunch and make himself small to create space.
He already is small. Yeah. He's like 3'2".
Exactly. Curls up into a teeny weeny ball.
Sandy on 25.
Doesn't Burple get round?
No, Mike told me earlier.
Not.
Oh, sorry. Burple on 12. Sorry.
Cantankerous DM. He's like, oh, God, okay. Caught me out. You're going to have then.
I don't know. I couldn't see it in the thing. I feel really bad as well since I admired Dan so much.
So I'm... well, it's my leonine hair. I'm going to shout that I'm going to continue... I can't see any of it from where I am.
Occasionally you might see a lashing tentacle part.
Just to target, yeah. Okay, no, don't worry. I'm going to shout down that I'm going to continue up the tube. If you don't hear from me, I may be in trouble. And I will fly up the tube.
Everybody else, you hear... You don't know what that was all about.
Anything?
Nothing. It sort of corkscrews its way up, higher and higher.
Right.
But it doesn't go into the equivalent of the upper...
No, that was 60 foot tall. That.
So basically I'm 120 foot up this tube.
You start to reach branching passages. It feels like you're in a big rabbit burrow. So it feels like you're in the lair of a giant shadow bunny. You start to go past little branching passageways, but it's clear which one is the main one. And if you keep going up the main one, maybe it's slightly a bit more constrictive, slightly a bit more narrow. The air starts to cool a little, and the sounds of kind of distant wails and cries, maybe it's a little bit louder.
The sounds of wails and cries is a bit louder.
There's the Shadow Realm, which is the shadow version of the real world, and it seems to border upon the realm of the Grey Woodsman. The further you disappear into the realm of the Grey Woodsman, there seems to be a point where you're no longer in the shadow version of the world that you left, but you're now in the... Right? You feel like that's what's going on.
Right. Not sure what to make of that, really.
If you're hoping to find an upstairs, you haven't found one.
Does it feel like I'm going to find one if I keep going? He asks
There's no
leadingly.
way that you would... there's no way that you would know. Right.
Okay.
The octo-plant.
Hold up. Do I
Sandy.
not go around?
No. Okay, yeah,
God.
Sandy. God. Well, it's everybody's...
Right.
Are you having
Somebody
round?
else's round. It's
She's gonna
never
take
my
a
round.
shot.
At a tendril,
Arm class 20.
you hit the tendril. You decommissioned that tendril. You
Excellent.
hear, ow, from over the side of the precipice.
There's not room in the old bag, is there?
Yes,
There is.
Yeah, we've left space for you.
I will go
you have
and...
to share it with Buggy.
Oh, I'll hold my nose.
Sessions, ready to action.
So I take my
Satisfying.
real ready action now, Mike. I toss the bag of holding straight into the maw of the great beast.
Oh, for God's sake.
Flick your golden coin up into the air. Whistle a merry
Job
tune.
well done.
Dimensional round.
Finally.
Finally.
Rid of him.
Parker
Off you go.
grabs
Right.
hold of
Okay.
you
So
and
you're all
strangles you.
you're heading back to where you're
Yeah.
hoping that the vortex still is. It's still there.
Excellent.
There is the swirling vortex.
We could.
Therefore,
Is the door shut?
open?
So we could have the option of shutting the door and only opening it when Burple taps on it.
Well, I might just dimension door back to...
Yeah, exactly. You probably will.
Well, something happens in the pit of horribleness. It is Sessions on 18. Where we are round to you again, Sessions.
Really excellent. Well, what do we want to do, guys?
Do we want to go back?
Do we?
You're opening the bag of holding and shouting these questions to the...
Well, probably the first thing we'll do. Maybe we shake them out, and then a quick discussion as to what we're doing.
Why don't we drop out of round sequence, or at least strict round sequence, and pick up
Couple
with
dimension
Burp?
doors back to the rest of them.
There we go. That's so much easier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we think there's anything else we need to get here?
No.
We're done.
But where's what's his face gone? Makar or
Who's
what
what's
his
his
name
face?
Johnny's in Wales.
is. His,
Oh, the bad guy.
or the six-armed bad guy.
Yeah.
Where's he gone?
Johnny may have slipped across the border into Herefordshire by now. That's what I'm thinking.
Being chased.
Makar?
Makar.
You don't know. You've not seen a real Makar since the event that we can just call Prismatic Gate, right?
There were some big creatures in the bottom of the wormy lake, weren't there?
There were. You're not sure that you've heard any particular sign of them since the initial detonation of the first crystal. To prod your memory, when Makar did appear and cast the prismatic spray on you all, he emerged from the pool.
Yeah.
He sort of slurped out of the worm mass.
Well, that's kind of why I asked the question about
Yeah,
the pool.
yeah,
Because it's really the only place we haven't been.
yeah.
Not really surprising.
No, unsurprisingly, it's completely
Lethal.
horrible. All of the worms that were making up the vast wriggly surface were destroyed in that first detonation. Now, it has been slightly restocked, like a Lord of the Manor restocking his trout lake. There's some sort of awful liquid in there, which the worms seethe around on the surface of, and then unknown depths with potentially other things in it.
I wonder if we do another discreate
That could
water
be a
or
good
whatever
idea, yeah.
that spell is, part water.
Control
Or
water.
detect magic. I think we want to go after Makar. There's definitely some unfinished business here, isn't there?
What do we come back to do?
Well, we don't know.
We'll find out more stuff.
Yeah, there's more to find out.
When you were talking to Makar,
Marcus.
when you returned, they'd found more stuff. They'd found clues, leads. Everything pointed towards this city on the northern shore of the Lake of the Cold Sky. called
Frostang. I saw the
Yeah.
map.
Right. Well, that's metagaming. And then
No, that's social media. That's Mastodon.
I've tried to move our social media stuff over to Mastodon, but so far, frankly,
There's
it's been
nobody
a bit
on
of
there.
It's been a bit of a mammoth undertaking.
Oh, that's terrible.
Just.
So Marcus's sense was that he thought that there were secrets maybe still to be uncovered in the Ziggurat, in Kuthmar. That's from your relating of the tale. It sounded like there was more to learn, but that he was not in a position to advise you as to whether or not Frosthanger was your next thing to do or to go back to the Ziggurat, and you decided to go back to the Ziggurat. I think I've got that pretty much.
Yes.
That's pretty much how things panned out.
Right, so.
I vote that. I think
all
we go
standing
back
looking at each other. There's a vortex of black energy.
There's a big
between
in
you.
the background.
Yeah. Every now and again, somebody looks at it, and you'll stand there and you go.
So.
I think maybe you should commune with your god, Graham, for guidance on where we should go. But I personally think it's going to be in the pool of the worms. I have Wall of Force, right, so I can block more things from falling through the pipe temporarily. If we can clear the pool area.
We could try commune.
Yeah.
Then we get a minute to ask some questions. Takes a minute to cast.
Should we just head back through?
Well, we could do.
I just don't know.
And we get 3 yes/no questions.
Well, should we do that? Do you want to burn the spell?
If we spent 10 minutes or 11 minutes, we could cast it as a ritual.
Ah, that's not a bad idea.
Mm.
Or why don't we do that?
Okay, we can try and do that. Take a little rest. Cast it as a ritual.
Yeah.
Right, so we head back through.
Yeah.
Yep.
We head out of the room and close the door in case some tentacles do emerge.
Yeah.
And then cast commune as a ritual.
Okie dokie.
Anyone got any better ideas?
No, that's not a bad idea.
No.
While we're casting it, lay out all the cards in a nice pattern.
Right. Christmas cards are these, or?
No, playing cards, obviously, for a commune spell.
Okay.
Like a, game
Tarot
of patience.
So you all jump through the vortex.
Jumping through the vortex.
Let's put you on another map. Well, I don't know any particular order.
Order.
Order. But we'll just place you around the vortex in a sort of sprawl as you all emerge. Burple, you've got a see invisibility running.
I do, yes.
Well, Burple, that tells you something.
Oh, does it? Finally, it's useful for something.
Finally, Burple.
It tells you, Burple, that standing in the corridor, clearly waiting for you to return, is your friend.
Hey.
And it says to you, oh, God. Here we
Does
go.
it?
Do it.
No.
Oh, God, he's you again.
God, it's back
God.
again.
Why did you return?
We're not entirely sure, but we feel we're seeking knowledge.
Lies elsewhere.
What lies elsewhere?
Destiny.
It is the destiny. Destiny, thank you.
It appears. It de-invisibilizes itself as it announces itself to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny.
That's it. What do you want to do? It's just standing there.
Can we get it to repeat things?
Kill it.
Do you want to roll initiative?
Maybe it knows something that would be useful to know before we kill it.
Yes, maybe we should talk to it. No, I mean don't
we have one of these gems? So we could, of course, wave the gem and threaten to drop it on the ground. It seems to not like that at all.
Yes.
Okay, so you having this conversation between yourselves.
Mentally, at the speed of light, we're flashing.
We're using our special hand signals.
Mind meld. Yeah.
I am going to say we seek knowledge of the whereabouts of the wizard Rabadabadas. Yes.
Do you know him?
No.
Oh.
He looks blank at the Rabadabadas reference.
Right. He was a great mage who we believe journeyed to the city.
You must leave this place and fulfill your destiny in the wider world.
What is our
Right.
destiny?
To bring forth the age of the world.
Keep him talking.
Okay. It's not really what we wanted our
Do you
destiny.
need me to draw you a picture?
It's not what we had in mind.
Yes.
Because I have done.
Keep him talking.
It leaves that remark hanging because it has run out of throat. Fucking hell. Right.
The best voice ever.
I'm going to say, okay, old chap.
Yes.
That why is there a picture of us in the picture room?
I created it. A celebration of the Masters of Destiny.
The Masters of Destiny. Right.
Well, that's very interesting.
You must leave this place.
Why?
You are not welcome here. You must return to the world and enact your destiny.
it starts to sort of float up into the air a bit in a sort of scary, floaty way. And it starts to float away from you a bit, floating north towards the chamber with the beeb dobies.
Okay, what do we think, guys?
Have you shown it the crystal?
No, I haven't got the... Who's got the crystal? Sandy's got... You've got the crystal.
Sandy's got the
If
crystal.
Sandy's got the crystal, Sandy will wave the crystal at it. There you go. What do you think of that?
It visibly recoils as you wave the crystal. Let's roll initiative. Let's roll initiative at this point.
Oh.
Let's clear the board.
I'm a little magically depleted. Didn't really think this through.
No. Well, we can maybe just push it away.
What did Sandy get?
9.
Burple?
21.
Uncle Buggy? Somebody running for Buggy?
He gets 10.
Okay, Parker?
4.
4.
It doesn't really matter. This thing's got
4.
24, hasn't it? So it's going first.
Yeah, Sessions got...
23.
Wow, okay. We're off. It goes first. It ghosts away out of sight. It heads away from you into one of the chambers of long sleep, goes through the rotted bodies and away off to your right, and you can't see where it goes next. Sessions on 23.
What do we want to do? Are we going to chase it? Or
Yeah, let's fight it. Come on. It's a bad guy. Let's fight it.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will do aid
Aid.
for the 10 bonus hit points to Parker.
Lovely.
Buggy.
No, Buggy's got hundreds. Sandy's another squishy as far as I can see.
I am very squishy.
And I will do Burple as well.
So
And
that's
that's
temporary hit
10?
points.
10 temporary hit points.
Thank you very much.
Is that it? Are you going to move as well?
And then I'm going to, I'm going to
The
move,
dessert trolley? Yep.
fly up and hide around the corner.
How far are you flying?
Oh, up towards the ceiling.
Oh, I see. You're not flying up towards to try and find it. You're flying up.
No,
toward-
no.
literally up.
Up and...
Not up the map as in north.
No, up,
Chasing
up
to
into the
foe.
air and
no,
then
no,
up
no,
to
no,
the
no.
door. Yeah.
On 21, it's bubbly hubbly ho. Bubbly hibbly hub.
So Burple will
Yes.
fly up the corridor. Can I see him?
No, you can't see him from there. No, if you fly up to the aperture leading into the first chamber of long sleep, he's not in that chamber, and you can't see him from that angle as you look to your east.
I mean, that's
That's as far as you can go and still do something else, right?
as far as I can go and still do something else. Yes, that's correct.
Do you want to do something else? Or
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
I will continue moving in that case. Can I see it from there?
Yes.
Where is
As
it?
soon as you can look through the old aperture, you see it. It's in the middle, heading away from you, about a foot off the ground, ghosting along about halfway across the second chamber of long sleep.
I'll say wait.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, that's all I can do, really, and then I'll move to take cover around the corner.
Tuck yourself around the corner of the cupboard.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Uncle Buggy on 10.
I'll say, I have a question.
Okay. Yep. Uncle Buggy on 10.
Who's controlling Buggy?
Running a d4. It is you, Graham.
Okay. Uncle Buggy will run up the corridor.
As far as he can.
Yeah, it's about here, I think.
Great radio. Yep. He can get up to the point where he can see it.
Yep.
He can see Burple.
Yeah.
Does he want to tuck himself in some cover?
Yeah.
And we move on to Alessandra on 9.
Well, Alessandra is going to move, dash, and shoot. Hitting on plus 21.
That is a hit. That is a hit.
It's a veritable hit.
Yes.
Sir.
Doing an enormous 14 points of damage.
Well, I mean, that is an actual blow that you've landed on this creature.
It's marvellous.
It is marvellous.
It's quite a thing.
Parker on 4.
Does it look perturbed by that?
Does it look perturbed, Mike?
Give me an insight check.
It's an insight of...
20. It looked alarmed as you appeared round the corner, Alessandra, and then when it was clear that you were going to shoot it with your longbow, it looked actually relieved.
It's thinking crystal.
Crystal, yeah.
Reaction to shout, stop, or I'll throw the crystal at you.
Parker on 4.
Parker will move also up to basically next to Sandy, and then I will do a fist of unbroken air on it. It must make a strength saving throw DC 14.
Ooh, it failed.
No, well...
Possibly fails again.
Strength saving throw. There's a magical effect.
Is, yeah.
It chooses to make that save.
All right, well, that's me done then.
That's you done. It says,
Why could you not leave me in peace?
Because you're evil.
it extends one of its 6 arms at you, but one arm is still holding the sort of weird crystalline sickle thing. It's not got a green crystalline rod on it. And it calls into being a cloud of horribleness on you all. Let's get a template. Let's get a template. Let's use it now.
What?
Let's take that template and stick it on your characters. There we are. The cloud of horribleness is not nice. First of all, you can't see anything, and so you don't know at that point what happens to it. And it is now the round of Sessions on 23. Sessions, you heard a kind of sound from round the corner to your north.
Okay, I float round the corner.
As you look north, you can see up this passageway about 40 feet, and then all you can see is dense, green, choking, horrible, foul, nasty gas.
Then I will attempt to dispel it. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range, 120 foot, so I think that's in range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower ends automatically. It won't be. It'll be 4th level or higher, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
So you make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier for 10 plus the spell's level.
Off you go.
Okay. 23.
It's gone. Very nicely done, Sessions. You can see it again, chaps. It has moved away from you, though. It's made its way into the lobby, basically. It looks like it's sort of heading south towards the pool of worms. Purple on 21. Unless there's anything else from Sessions.
I might advance a little bit further up the corridor to the junction
rolling
of the
Zerk trolley forward.
Yeah, to about the junction of the other passageway.
Purple is going to move closer to it, but I'm not.
Into the other chamber of long sleep.
Yeah, the other
heading
chamber,
towards the lobby.
The lobby, which I think is within 30 feet of it.
Yes.
And I'm going to lightning it.
Going to lightning it
with my swords
of Zosial and Icosial.
I'm banging them together, firing a lightning bolt, which does 66 lightning damage.
What's the DC of the saving throw?
Hang on, that's 10 plus. That's 18 save to half DC.
Ooh, it's more than 4. Okay.
14 dexterity save.
Yeah, it saves
9 points.
This thing doesn't look like the most physically resilient creature you've ever encountered. I'm not saying that it's in trouble, but I'm saying that you've done 20 odd points of damage on it between you, Alessandra's bow shot, and your lightning, and it doesn't look like it's, when you're going to bring real damage.
Use the thing.
Well, it's Uncle Buggy on 10, being run in this instance by Lucas
on a jet plane.
Everyone knows. Cheers, Chun.
Do you think that Uncle Buggy should just engage?
Yeah.
And attack it?
Yeah.
I think that's what Uncle Buggy should do.
Yeah.
So Uncle Buggy will move right up to it.
Right up to it.
Right up it.
Right up to it. And
hitting
attack
it. Right up. Right up. Right up.
Right up. Right up it.
Not just running up.
Graham?
Right up.
Okay, so his attack roll with the
balls deep
flame tongue greatsword is +7.
Right.
23.
That's a hit. That's 100% a hit.
Right.
This thing is not really designed for this kind of encounter. It's like Jacob Rees-Mogg being attacked by a wolverine.
So I think it's 2d6 plus 3
That's
plus
something
2d6
I'd like to see,
fire.
Oh, yes.
14 points of damage.
It looks pleasantly surprised.
Now, Alessandra.
Now, Alessandra on 9. What are you doing?
Shall she just run up and smash the crystal at its feet?
I feel like that's a waste of the crystal at the moment.
You could shoot it with you get your sneak attack, don't you? Because he's next to it.
I could take a shot. If you want me to take a shot, I'll take a shot.
Take a shot. Right.
Off you go. Right.
Oh, I'm a class 16.
Here's a miss.
There you go then. You wanted me to take a shot? I'll take a shot.
Don't you roll an advantage because Buggy's within 5 feet?
No, it's not advantage.
Or is there that sneak attack damage?
That's sneak attack damage.
Do you want to use your Orc dice?
Orc dice.
All right, then. I'll use my Orc dice. Please make this.
Yeah.
Please make this end.
Brilliant.
I'm plus 20.
20's a hit. How much damage? Wow!
48 points of damage.
Well, it's absolutely rocked back by that.
But not dead.
Parker on 4. It's not got like 60 hit points.
Alessandra's just going to move up a bit and hide around the corner.
Parker will move to 10 foot away from it. I will use Fangs of the Fire Snake, hitting...
Oh, it's a 20.
Oh, it's a 20.
Do you want to roll to see if that's a critical? It's free.
I
It's
suppose
no longer a gamble, Parker. It's free. It's completely free to you
free.
and your family. You've travelled to
18,
today.
so plus 7
Yeah.
is...
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll deal you a critical card. Turn it over. What does it say?
So it's Blast of Power, triple damage.
Wowzers.
So it's 24 points of damage. The second attack,
That doesn't look so good.
14.
Is a miss. Hello, miss.
Third attack,
Oh dear.
oh, for fuck's sake, is a 4. And the fourth attack
Oh, that's more like it.
is a 22,
That's a hit.
doing only 4 points of damage.
Only 4?
And it should also make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it makes sense.
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
And then it's it on 24, unless there's anything else from Parker.
No, that's good.
It disappears.
Oh, for
Dimension door. What is it?
Make an Arcana check. Anybody who's in a position to see that happen.
15.
You think it
9.
might have been Dimension Door or something like it.
I should have thrown the crystal. Although I'm not sure why we're trying to kill this thing, apart from the fact that... Has it ever actually attacked us first, before we attack it?
Yeah, I think it attacked us first.
Yeah, the
when we first
prismatic
met it.
spray, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It went at us first, okay.
yeah.
But then it seems to decide we were something to do with destiny, and it seems to have stopped initiating attacks.
It's trying to tell us stuff that we refuse to listen to. And,
Well, it seems to think that we will bring about the Age of Worms.
yes.
It's not ideal.
No.
But it's probably quite likely.
Yeah.
You know, destiny's bound to happen. There's nothing we can do.
Let us move on to sessions on 23.
Oh, still in round sequence.
Well,
Well, I want to know what you're doing immediately. Let's see whether or not,
I'm going to check behind me.
looking back down that passageway and into that chamber, nothing.
Nothing. And down the...
Down the lateral passage
Yeah.
that leads back to the little spur of the Lake of Worms, nothing either.
Nothing.
Nothing.
There's still worms rolling in.
Well, I mean, you can only see the very tip of a little spur of the corner of the lake. And there you can see the occasional worm. If you fly around properly and have a proper look, Sessions, then that might be different. But
Yeah, why don't you do that, Sessions? Silence.
No.
tonight's beer, Paul,
Oh, yes, Michael.
is Guinness West Indies Porter.
Oh.
Huh.
Porter, sir?
Felt like something a bit more sort of wintry and Christmassy. The only problem is
Okay,
it's so strong
Mike.
that I can barely see the battle mat. Yes.
I'm going to fly through the big chamber with the sea of worms, up at
Yep.
the ceiling, all the way
Yes.
round into the lobby.
Yes.
So that's like, I
To
can
catch up with the others.
catch
So
up
sort of linking up with the others, going round the other way.
And I'm going to have a look as I go, particularly down. I'm going to have a look to see if I can see any sign of it.
Give me a perception check. Just roll a regular. You're not at advantage.
No.
You don't notice anything. You think that the flow has slowed a little, but worms are still dropping from above into the pool, and the pool is now quite wormy.
I reckon it's
Other
got
than
a layer underneath.
Other than that, you don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I
Anything
say,
on the dessert trolley?
yeah, didn't really see anything, but I'm not very good.
Burple on 21.
Okay. Are the doors to the Temple of the Fountain open?
I can't remember how we left it, but let's just say they're open for the purposes of argument.
And
There's nothing to be seen down there.
no, I
Not from where you're standing, anyway. And again, you've got a narrow aperture view of that room, just
Yeah.
to be crystal clear. You're looking down a 10-foot wide corridor. You can see the fountain in the middle of the far wall. You can see a little bit of the far wall, but you can't see anything, obviously, other than that.
I'm going to fly into that room.
There's nothing in there.
Okay.
And
That's
then
kind
back into the passageway that leads
Yeah,
up to it.
that's
So you're
all I
sort
can
of
do,
retreating back towards the lobby again. Is that it?
Yeah.
Buggy on 10, running out of round here. Buggy on 10.
Who's controlling Buggy?
Oh, it is
It's me again,
Paul.
Joy. I think, and Buggy therefore also thinks, that this thing is in the Sea of Worms again. Buggy's going to go to the edge of the Sea of Worms. He's going to head south. Graham, does he have anything that would help him find out if it was in there?
I don't know that he does, to be honest.
Does he no longer have the what's it spell?
The part water. He can't do that.
Yeah,
He's run out of spell.
I think he probably.
He's only got one.
I think he burnt that before.
Fourth level spell.
Oh dear.
No, I don't think he's got anything else he can do.
No, he's
got no spell slots. He's got nothing.
He's got spell slots, but nothing that sounds particularly useful.
No.
He doesn't have locate spells or.
He's going to stay where he is. He's going to do nothing.
He's going to do nothing.
He's going to do nothing.
What
He's
about,
going to ready.
No, he should go and have a look in the first room of whatever, to the west.
Past long sleep.
The second room of long sleep. Yeah.
Okay.
So he runs back the way you came, checking the rooms behind you to see if this thing has zapped its way into one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hasn't.
Yeah.
It's in the picture room, or heading towards it. That's my guess.
It's where?
Sorry, Graham, where do you think it is?
The picture room at the bottom.
Do you?
Ah.
I think it's underneath the worms.
No, it could be.
Okay. Alessandra's going to fly over the Sea of Worms, see if she can spot any movement below, because she's got a really good perception.
Okay, so can you make a perception check at disadvantage, please?
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage.
20 and 24.
20. Alessandra, as you fly over the Sea of Worms, heading south, you think you can make out a shape in the water. It's very difficult, which is why it was at disadvantage, and why the DC was high.
Yeah.
You're looking past the worms that are obscuring a lot of your view because they're floating on the surface, and the water itself is kind of murky and green and horrid.
Mm-hmm.
But out in the centre of the lake, perhaps 10 to 15 feet below the surface, you think you can make out a shape suspended in the liquid. Maybe it is a shape with multiple arms. Maybe it's something that does resemble the creature.
Yes.
I will announce that.
And
well, you could drop
your crystal. Have you got what? Yeah.
I mean, I
smash the
crystal.
I could
smash the crystal.
If you got
does everybody want me to smash the crystal?
I think we want to kill this guy.
All right, I'll fly down to
there's a
rocky escarpment.
Are we agreed, though? I mean,
yeah,
I'm agreed.
So.
And I'll smash the crystal.
You sure?
Yeah.
There is a detonation. A wave of energy bursts from the shattering crystal. It penetrates into the lake. It rolls like a tsunami across the surface of the water. It spreads out into the corridors and rebounds off the bulkhead walls behind Parker and everybody in those rooms to the north. The worms that are wiggling away on the surface of the lake are immediately destroyed by it, and the wave lights up the pool beneath you. There's a green radiance. You can see, sharp and clear to your vision, the silhouette of Makar floating there, and it is obvious that Makar, as the wave of energy runs over, is destroyed. And all of you are seized by a vision. Your surroundings melt away into darkness as the air fills with strange and frightening whispers. It sounds as if 100 different voices speak in 100 different languages. But an instant later, the voices have joined into one, and the language resolves into familiar words. These words speak of the prophecies of the age of worms. And as they speak, fragmented visions of the prophecies coming true manifest within your mind. Some are violent and horrific, some are familiar. Legions of worm-eaten dead rise from soggy graves. A hooded, one-eyed figure steals a brilliantly glowing crystal phial. A tomb opens to reveal a fragment of the Rod of 7 Parts. The Totem of Storms is held aloft. A cackling man attaches a clawed and withered hand to the bleeding stump of his arm, and the hand writhes into unholy life. Below a statue of Irisi Bearclaw, a company of adventurers step through a portal into the spaces between worlds. Severiana Ouch Splinter drinks from a poison cup as a slender figure watches from the shadows. A rush of criminality flashes before you. You see blackmail, you see extortion, bribes passed, and assassinations, all involving the powerful and the high-born. And in each case, the perpetrator bears a mark of a 3-pointed flame on the inside of their wrist. As each of these scenes flashes by, they are accompanied by a crushing sense of certainty. These events have already come to pass. Yet finally, The whispering voices speak of 2 more prophecies, and these are accompanied by blackness. The voices speak. A tripartite spirit once again becomes one, and at its advice are the mighty undone. And then, on the eve of the Age of Worms, a hero of dread shall gift a city to the dead. After this, there is only silence. It would seem that 2 prophecies are yet to be realized.
Right.
Didn't understand any of that, eh?
And that city being Frostanger, I'm assuming.
Even star.
Even star, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Why not Frostanger?
I don't know. I think Frostanger is just where you go to find stuff out.
Oh, okay. Have you read this adventure, Graham?
No, but I'm guessing everything seems to centre around Even Star.
He's paid somebody to read it for him. Graham doesn't read these things himself.
Yeah,
He doesn't touch them. Graham doesn't touch the merchandise. Yeah.
Did you say tripartite spirit something? What was that?
Well, you get to hear it once, and that's what you get to
Well,
hear.
there were two. What were the 2? One is the vision.
No.
So
no,
Cuthbert has killed what's it and
Well-
taken over, has he?
What do you want to do now?
So all these worms are dead, right? So I could do a wall of force.
Or detect magic. I can do control water, by the way. I
Okay,
realised.
so I can do a wall of force to stop more worms coming down.
Right.
That's a concentration.
Frank Guide
magic.
Storyteller, the rate at which they're coming down now, with all of the ones in the pool currently dead, it's not an issue.
Okay, I'll do a detect magic.
The crystalline sickle is magical.
Okay.
That drifts towards the bed of the little lake as this form of Makar dissolves out into the water, just leaving a kind of trace like ink dropped in the fluid.
You'd have thought would have gone up a level.
It's high time we went up a level.
I reckon so.
Mm-hmm.
Can I fly out and retrieve it with Mage Hand?
Of course. We're out of round sequence. Anything that's reasonable for you to do, you can do.
Anything else magical?
Nothing that you can detect from where you are.
Okay, back into the room with the pictures to the south.
Okay, well, there's one picture left, the picture of you.
And is it magical? Well, take that picture.
I don't think it is
Is
magical,
there
no.
any way of
that
detecting whether
picture.
there's any false floors or trap doors or something at the bottom of this lake without actually going
You could
down?
exhaustively search the lake over a space of some time.
Why don't we
Using
exhaustively search
Control
the whole
water
place?
to...
Yeah.
Okay, how much time are you prepared to dedicate to searching the place?
A day.
Okay, you find nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so we head back to
Teleport out, you go back
to
outside the...
Marcus.
Yeah, outside the circle and then use the scroll.
You teleport back.
Yeah.
Ah, you have returned, yes.
Yes,
it is
can I have a
only-
sandwich?
You haven't taken a long or a short rest. It's about 15 minutes since you left. That was quick. Yes, they're all
Done.
sitting around eating
What-
breakfast. And then we will smoke some drugs, and then we will have sex, wearing our trainers only. Yes. Gather, yes, what have you learned? What did you discover in the city of Kulithmar?
Well, we
Discovered
we
two.
reckon
There
there
are
are
only
two prophecies unfulfilled.
Yes, explain.
We had another vision, and we'll tell him about
Yes,
the
yes.
vision.
This is a
and-
pattern that you have experienced as you have unlocked the secrets of the city, yes?
Yes, this is true. Yes.
We have,
So tell me about the visions.
we have a
say
vision.
that you-
We forget the vision.
Some of these prophecies have come to pass. Some of these prophecies are yet to come to pass. Is this what you are saying?
Yes.
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 There are two yet to come to pass.
Ah, interesting. Tell me about these prophecies.
Well,
There's an
Have you
evil
remembered
hero
them?
is going to do something.
One of his wits jumps up, grabs his
Someone
will
with
pen,
dread
is going to
discovered the
gift
hand
a
of-
city to the dead.
sticks the end of the pen in its mouth where it's like ichor is coming out that it uses ink, starts writing this down. It's like scribble, scribble, scribble. There's a hero, yes, yes.
Evil hero of dread
it's
is
good
going
to
to
do-
gift a city to the dead. I think that's
It's shitty to the dead. Oh, it rhymes. This is poetry.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Okay, yes. It is not very specific.
true.
no.
This resonates, though, with the sense of a hero from the pit. Do you remember we discussed this?
Yes.
Was going to... Right. My feeling always was that you had somehow interrupted this process by interrupting the plot of Arachnion. Yes?
Yes.
In the arena. But if this has not come to pass, does that mean that you have prevented it from coming to pass? Or maybe it is a different set of circumstances entirely?
Very good
Continue.
question.
What is the other prophecy?
The other prophecy
Was
is
a tripartite spirit something to do with a tripartite spirit?
Yeah, we thought we'd...
Tripartite spirit, yes. Something to do... You're getting all of this? The creature's like...
Reunited.
Tripartite spirit,
Yes.
It's reunited, yes. Something to do with the tripartite spirit.
We thought we'd...
Is this the airborne triad? Yes?
We thought so, and we thought we'd disrupted that.
Yes. Well, you have certainly disrupted their activities, but whether or not there is a secret that must lie in Frosthanger, yes? This is where Rabadabadash... This is where he identified that the airborne triad was originated, right? This is the birthplace of their movement. This
There
would
is
seem
one
to be
thing
a direct connection.
of
Yes.
concern.
Yes.
That Makar, who we killed...
Is this the spell weaver you mentioned?
Yes. He said that we would bring about the Age of Worms.
Did he now?
Yes.
This is most interesting. So perhaps these unfulfilled prophecies, you play a part in them, yes?
Would seem that way.
You must tread carefully. It is a danger, but it is also an opportunity. This is the way that I look at this, yes? Because you will be able to identify where you may interrupt if you are necessary, and we do not wish these things to come to pass. You may have the opportunity to make sure these prophecies remain unfulfilled. You
Excellent.
sound skeptical. You must go to Frosthanger.
Yes, we must.
We will go to Frosthanger.
But
This is
first
my
we need to
determination.
rest.
Certainly you must rest. You could rest on the voyage. I think I shall give you... Oh, God, here we go. You must have the use of my... You must have the use of my submersible. It is important when you approach when you arrive in Frosthanger that you give the right impression. You must seem to be people of status. Do you understand me?
Vaguely. Your S's are a little
This is
tricky.
just
But
a question
yeah,
of
I
my
think we've got the gist.
yes. If you were to arrive in the Crimson Spockoctor, which is my submersible, yes, they would know that you are associated with me, and you would seem to be people of importance and status. That is my view. Why do you not rest a while?
We'll do that. How long did it take?
Well, it would take you about a day to travel across the Lake of the Cold Sky, yes.
Okay.
You could rest on the void, or you could rest before you depart. Maybe you should rest before you leave.
Okay, we'll do that.
You rest. They provide refreshments.
Yeah. Can we
You can take a long
rest?
Hit the button.
Hit the button. And they can identify whatever the item was we found.
Yes. It's a spell storing item. It acts as a sickle, and as such, it's a +2 melee weapon. It can store up to 7 levels of spells, and it currently contains 1 level of spell in it.
You have to be holding it.
You have to be holding it, yeah.
And is it an attunement item?
Yes. After a rest and a meal, and there's some just conversations with Eligos where she reminds you of the things that she's learnt. There's the note that you have that tells you about the things that Rabadabadas thought were worth following up. Yeah, do you know him?
No.
Marcus reiterates that it's a difficult city, it's a dangerous city. Yes? Zich, the ruler of the city, is vain, ambitious, dangerous. You must be careful with Zich if you should encounter him. His status is everything in Frosthanger. My submersible is at your disposal.
Right.
Bondi! Commander Bondi! Bondi appears looking cross. Please escort my friends here to the Crimson Spockoctor. If you wish, you may travel with them. She says, I think it might be best if I was with them. It's a very expensive thing, Marcus. Yes, it may be best. Your experience of operating the submersible's controls. She walks you across one of the bridges, and one of the picture windows opens like a door, and it's been an illusion. You go into a hangar, effectively. There's the drip of water. You can feel pressure as you walk out on a gantry. There is this craft laid out before you. It looks like a giant mechanical version of one of those awfully ugly, very deep-sea fish with a massive underbite. Do you know the kind of thing I'm talking about?
Yeah. Something out of Stingray.
It's got the prong sticking out of its... Do fish have 4 heads? I don't know. But anyway, whatever. It's got that prong sticking out with a kind of light on it. It's steampunk, right? And you are led on board by Bondi. She's like, mind your head. As you drop down, you go into a sort of conning tower and then down a companion ladder into the craft itself. Let me just put you on a new map.
Very nice.
Ooh.
And she introduces you to the Crimson Spockoctor. there are certain stations that require attendance. She says we can set off straight away. She starts walking around and starts turning taps and starts energizing stuff. She says that's the hearth spirit. She points to a crucible in the center of the structure. Right. With pipes leading out of it. It's like a kind of constantly burning fire. It's like the pilot light of a boiler, only it's clearly massively magical. It looks like it's the heart of the entire construction. She points you to the controls at the front. She says, we've got a series of stations. We really ought to pick one each as we set off.
Ooh, spaceship combat.
The captain's chair, I think, should be mine. We need somebody to look after the hearth spirit. Maybe somebody who can imbue healing energy into the structure should we need it. I don't actually anticipate that we'll be in any trouble, but just in case.
Oh, yeah.
What other stations?
We need somebody to man the orb of sight, which gives us an ability to detect creatures and other objects out in the lake as we travel. We have the orb of deception on the other side. She points to another desk at the front of the craft. We use that to hide ourselves and protect ourselves should we come under attack. We have a set of weapons on board just in case we get into any trouble. We have torpedoes, each one of which bears a little miniature spirit that we draw from the hearth spirit and that pilots the little torpedoes against our enemies. Somebody needs to release them and also manage what we call the chomper, which is the giant jaws at the front that we can use if we should encounter something close up. Maybe Uncle Buggy should be the person to do that. And somebody should man the helm, give us a little bit more control if we ever need to. Does that sound something that we can all do?
Sure, I'll man the hearth spirit.
Parker or Buggy on the guns?
I'll do the...
Parker mans the guns.
What skills do you need for the guns?
Well, the guns is going to be a melee attack or a range attack, depending upon which kind of weapon you are using.
So Parker then, presumably.
I would man sight for now with Buggy because he can cast spells.
I've got +2 dexterity.
+3.
You could discuss this as you set off. Marcus looks down through the hatchway just as it's closing. Godspeed. Good luck in Froschtanger. Make sure to bring back information. And it's like clang, and the water level rises up past the portholes. You find that you're submerged. Great doors open at the base of Marcus's lake bed lair. You emerge out into the dark of the lake. You think it's probably the best part of a 24-hour trip to Froschtanger at the other side of the lake. You've only been traveling for a couple of hours before Uncle Buggy sees 3 signals moving rapidly towards you in a pattern. One to the right, one to the left, and one straight ahead, closing in as he looks at the orb of sight. And we will find out what those signals represent. Are they friends or foes? Can Mike somehow cobble together a submarine combat system? To admit that I've been struggling with. Now I've slightly boxed myself in by explaining all these different things. When we pick things up next week.
Excellent.
Cool.
You finished book 7, well done. That's it.
Nice.
And we go up a level.
Blessing of Ort.
The Prince of Red Hand. No Blessing of Ort. Sorry.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Spire of Long Shadows and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Spire of Long Shadows was written by Jesse Decker. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex.
And my name is Diana.
And we are 2/5 of Critically Stupid, a comedy Dungeons & Dragons podcast with new episodes every Friday on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. If I had to pick, I'd probably say my favorite NPC in the show is Sean the gorilla, who I decided in the moment wears pants, a waistcoat, and spectacles. Diana, who's your favorite NPC in the show?
My favorite character is Captain Davil Starsong, because in my head, y'all, he's fine AF and makes me feel a certain way.
If you'd like to experience Diana red-faced and sweaty in real time, catch us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you enjoy that sweet, sweet content. You can catch updates on our Twitter @CritStupid.
Come watch me glisten.
I love that this is going to be audio only. So, listener, you're going to have to take my word on it. She's real good looking.